So today, instead of talking about Riverbound, I thought I'd talk a bit about the comic I've been reading and enjoying quite a bit lately. It's a webcomic called The Witch Door, and it's made by a Finnish comic artist Anni K. You might already know her from her excellent vampire webcomic Transfusions, but if you haven't read that or The Witch Door yet, I'll be posting all the links down below so you can check her out. Now, The Witch Door is a fantasy story, or magical realism, I think I'd call it, since it seems to be taking place in both our world and on some other plane of existence, or in a mysterious fantastical place called Lintukoto. The story is only in the beginning, and it opens with Sofia and Lintuemo in Lintukoto. We don't know much about the characters yet, but there's a sense of mystery that keeps me intrigued and makes me look forward to each new page. Now, the main characters of the comic are Jousia Muotka, some sort of a witch clairvoyant who can speak to the dead, possibly do other sorts of magic. We don't really know yet. And then there's Katarina Lehto, a nurse on a sick leave due to a burnout. They are neighbors, and one day brought together by a mischievous but very, very cute cat called Ulrika. Look at her, she's so fluffy, I just want to pet her. Oh no, she's so cute. Anyway, one of the things I enjoy most about The Witch Door is definitely the art. It's very detailed, but not in a way that's too cluttered. Each page is built so that the action and the dialogue is very easy to follow. This is something of a pet peeve of mine when it comes to comics, making the layouts so cluttered that the action is really difficult to follow. But this is definitely not the case here, and it's something that I've noticed Anni is very good at in general. Like I said, the story is still in the beginning, so we don't really know all that much about it or what's going to happen, but I'm looking forward to seeing where it will go in the future, and perhaps I'll do an update video once we get a bit further along the way. But in the meantime, I caught Anni for a few questions, and here's what she has to say about the comic.
From redesigning my old character, I had this shaman character, Juoksa, who I changed a bit and gave him an apartment in a modern city, and now he is Jousia. Katarina, his neighbor, is through whom we experience all the cool places Jousia takes her. Not particularly. When I imagine like how Katarina struggles with her mental health and family, that'll happen later in the comic. I think of some of my friends who struggle with similar problems, but I don't transfer them directly into her character. Some of the villains I've based on the sort of villains of our society today. I never really think of how much I could use the people around me as an inspiration. I should maybe do that more often. I started Transfusions 7 years ago, and I've grown a lot since then. I intended Transfusions to be like a feel-good love story from the start, and maybe a little bit of drama as well. With The Witch Door, I wanted to make a more diverse cast. The younger me didn't really think about that when I started Transfusions. I wanted Witch Door to deal with like stuff like patriarchy and feminism and equality, power, mental health, LGBT plus stuff, overcoming your fears. And in the end, death isn't such a big theme. Maybe I'm trying to kind of normalize it a little bit in this comic. Like, I'm afraid of dying. Maybe this is sort of like therapy for me as well. But I don't want to make this like super heavy story. It is primarily an adventure comic. This is hard. This is always so hard. Let's see. The Witch Door is a story of two neighbors in a Finnish city and their many exciting trips beyond the Witch Door.